Welcome back to Jamie and Julia. I'm Jamie, and with me as always is Julia Child.
Bon appetit.
If you're new here and you're wondering, what is this show all about? Well, let me bring you up to speed. I'm just an ordinary dude trying to figure it out in this kitchen, trying to improve my cooking skills and get better in here, cook better food. And I'm challenging myself through this cookbook, Mastering the Art of French Cooking, from Julia Child. It's a classic. I love this book. Today I'll be making filet de poisson à la Bretonne. How's my French? Fish fillet poached in white wine in a julian of vegetables. This is the variation of the master recipe, filet de poisson poached au vin blanc, which is fish fillet poached in white wine. So you're working together. There's two different recipes here. You gotta do one. Oh, you gotta do three. Okay, so I'm doing like three different things here, which is gotcha. So I'll be using sole fish today, which is going to be poached in white wine, then covered with a lovely creamy sauce made from the poaching liquid. And then like a julienne of vegetables and mushrooms too. Well, mushrooms, yeah. So I went to the fishmonger and asked, do you have any fillets of sole? And they said, nope. So I said, well, do you have a sole? And they said, yes. And they gave me the full fish. But it didn't even dawn on me to ask them if they could gut it for me. So this is just like a full fish, you know, guts and all. And well, I've never gut a fish or fillet a fish, so I gotta figure this all out now. So, you know, I don't like to make things complicated, but I like to learn new things. So it's like firstly, I need to cut off the fins. The dorsal fin, I don't know, whatever dorsal. Gotta love trying new things. So I got my scalpel and I'm gonna make a tiny incision somewhere down here. Where exactly, I don't know. Right below the gill. Okay, just do it, do it, do it, do it. I thought it would be easier to find the guts. What's this? I don't know where the guts are. Oh, some of it, but not all of it. Okay, I think that's it. I was expecting much scarier looking stuff in there, but I guess that's all there is. I was expecting like long stringy things, but no, that didn't happen, which I'm relieved for, but I'm also wondering if I did it right. All right, so just give it a wash, quick wash, get all this crap out. Okay, next up I gotta take the skin off. So I gotta stick my hand through the gill. Stick my hand through the gill to separate the skin. I made a bit of an incision like right at the end here. And then I flapped the skin up just a bit. And I need to make that flap so I can grab onto it with a towel. I gotta tear the skin off. Holding the fish down, and here comes the skin, folks. This needs to be done on the other side as well. Push my hand down on the fish. Tear the skin off without tearing the head off. So just finished watching a video on how to get the meaty part off the bones, and the video was less than helpful. He was just going so fast that I had no idea what was going on. So now I'm just back to square one. The fleshy part off the bone. I guess I need better knives. Or smaller knives? What if I use a smaller knife? I'm so sorry if people are watching this and cringing. Not as easy as it looks. If anyone wants to start throwing the B word around, just remember that was my first try. And I'm using like dull, cheap IKEA knives. I'm trying to sharpen them as much as I can with this, but so I got 2 leeks, carrot, and celery. I forgot the celery. I had it in my hand at the store, and then I put it back. People always ask, do you wash your vegetables? The answer is yes, I do. Now there is this part in the book that tells me how to julienne carrots. To cut vegetables such as carrots or potatoes into julienne matchsticks, remove a thin strip off one side of the carrot, then cut it into lengthwise slices.
Julienne.
So I've cut a whole bunch of slices and then I stack them, and then I just go to town. 1/8 inch slices, like that, like that, like that. like that. So that's done with the carrots, but how do you do it with a leek? White part of the leek only. Cut it in half and then lengthwise, then flip it down on its side, then into the 1/8 inch slices. Quarter pounder of mushrooms. I'm just gonna cut them up as I usually do, like that. Frying pan, one ounce of butter. Slowly. Add in the carrots and the leek. That's probably way too much. I'm just one person, Jamie. What I gotta do? Heat up the oven at 350. I removed half the vegetables because I'm following a recipe for 6 people and I didn't realize that till just now. Cooking these for roughly 20 minutes until they're tender but not brown. 10 to 12 inch fireproof baking serving dish, which I don't have, so I'm gonna use the cast iron skillet. I do need a finely chopped shallot. I need to do that ASAP. Sprinkle half the shallots in the bottom of the dish. Got my fish, what do I need to do? Season the fillets lightly with salt and pepper. Arrange them in a slightly overlapping layer in the dish. I can do that. Slightly overlapping layer. Sprinkle the fillets with the remaining shallots. Oh the vegetables. Don't be a tool, take them off the heat. 3 ounces of butter cut into pieces. Now dot with butter. I have a feeling it's like this. Damn it, Julia, I don't know what's going on. Okay, you gotta take everything out because you have to butter the baking dish first, you dumb idiot. Okay, onions, fillets, stupid dots of butter, and more shallots that are left on the cutting board. White wine, 3/4 pint of dry white wine, okay. And water, like a mixture of it. Pour in the cold liquid. Enough water so that the fish is barely covered. Barely covered. I feel like I could use a little more white wine, which I have run out of, so I'm gonna add in some vermouth. Because the recipe says you could use vermouth. Okay, this needs to go onto the stove. Bring almost to a simmer on the heat. Okay, after 20 minutes with these vegetables, I'm gonna add my mushrooms. Whoa, the fish is rising, my friend. The fish is rising. Oh, I'm getting confused. Okay, so season the vegetables with salt and pepper. Spread the vegetables over the seasoned fish fillets. Okay, so I have to... I don't know what's going on. Maintain liquid. Why did I need to heat up the oven? Make the sauce as in the preceding recipe. What f***ing sauce? Okay, and put the fish in the oven. I'm confused. I think the vegetables need to go in with the fish. I think I'm supposed to poach the vegetables in the liquid as well. Okay, now this goes into the oven. 8 minutes. Make the sauce as in the preceding recipe. Drain the poaching liquid into the saucepan. A saucepan. The problem is that there's 3 recipes to follow. And I'm reading the very last one, which is a variation of the 2 that are before it. So you have to go back to the first one, read all that, and then kind of follow it. But then you have to switch pages and go to another one and read some of that and kind of mix all the recipes into one and make it all make sense. But that's hard to do when you don't even know what you're doing. I don't want to overcook this fish. Drain the poaching liquid into the saucepan. How do you drain it into the saucepan out of this? I guess if you were using a different pot. Ah! You had to properly drain this liquid through the sieve so all that stuff that got caught up in the sieve can go back into there. And then with my saucepan here, I'm going to take this liquid, I'm going to put it back into this pan, and I'm gonna put this in the sink. Rapidly boil down the poaching liquid until it's reduced to 1/2 pint. Fish is just hanging out here while this rapidly boils. Let's go, let's go. 1 ounce of flour and 1 ounce of butter. You gotta mix that together. Oh my God, hurry up. Oh, for Christ's sakes, just drain some of it. Away from the heat. I'm gonna add in the flour butter paste. Beat it in, maybe with a whisk or something. Yeah. And 1/4 pint of cream. Hey Siri, wherever you are. Hey Siri, where's Siri?
Here I am.
I need 1/4 pint of cream. What is that in milliliters? So pouring in roughly 118.29 milliliters of heavy cream. That needs to come to a boil now. Is there a clean dish in the house? Needs to coat the spoon. I think it's coating the spoon nicely. Add some salt, pepper, add some lemon juice, spoon the sauce over the fish. That was it. Swiss cheese that I'm gonna grate on top, like half an ounce or a quarter of an ounce or whatever of an ounce. Butter that has been dotted, which I'm gonna look up what that is exactly after this, which, so I know for next time because I don't know right now. Place dish below a hot grill. Below a hot grill. Oh, in the oven. Broil. Oh. After 2 to 3 minutes, not sure what to expect with this one. Bottoms up. Because the fish is covered in this creamy sauce, it's hard for me to gauge if the fish is cooked correctly. Is that cooked to perfection or is it overcooked? It's hard for me to know if I even did it correctly. But I really liked whatever I made. There was a lot of good in that recipe. I think the fish was cooked to my liking, at least. The sauce was really nice with the wine taste to it, and the vegetables on top. Loved it. With each bite I took, I could always taste like a dot of butter, so probably could just put in less butter next time. And the cheese on top, you know? I could go with or without, doesn't matter. Another solid recipe, day of firsts. But besides that, this was Jamie and Julia. Bon appetit.